Hello and welcome to Excel. In this video, this will be the first in the Excel basics or fundamentals, the least you need to know in order to be proficient utilizing an Excel spreadsheet. So once you've started Excel, you will come to a window that looks like this. And within this window you have the option in the upper left of starting a blank worksheet. Also notice that you have several templates that are already created, and later on get a chance we might take a look at some of those. So anyway, but for this video we want to start with a blank worksheet. So once you come to this window, go ahead and double click blank worksheet and bring up what we call a spreadsheet. Now I'm going to hold down the control key and move my wheel on the mouse to zoom in a little bit. Let's start up at the top here. These tabs across the top are what I call the main menu: File, Home, Insert, Page Layout, so on and so forth. So these different tabs here are what we're going to call the main menu, and this is where you can accomplish all the work that needs to be done within an Excel spreadsheet. Now below that we have what we call the ribbon, and the ribbon has different options available corresponding to the main menu tab. For example, right now we're on the Home tab, and so our ribbon that comes up has a variety of different things that you can do. There's different paste commands, copy and cut. Here's some items on how to format text. We can make it bold, italicized, and so these are groups of information within the ribbon. So we have a ribbon, and then the ribbon consists of different groups. So here we have like the font group, here's an alignment group, here's the number group, different ways to format numbers. Here's some presets on how we could format our cells, and then some different things that we can do as far as inserting rows and columns that we'll get to here shortly, or perhaps in the next video. And then below a group we have these little buttons that can be used to launch or open other settings within that particular group. So if we want to do more with the font, then we could launch this little downward arrow here, and up comes this window entitled Format Cells. And so within that there's more tabs, and so here's ways that we can format the numbers, alignment of the font or the numbers, borders, fills, just all kinds of things that we can do within the spreadsheet. And then below that we actually have this area here called a spreadsheet. So what's a spreadsheet? A spreadsheet is an area of work organized by columns and rows. Note that the columns are identified by the letters of the alphabet, and the rows are numerical. Where you have the intersection of a row or a column and a row is what we call a cell. It's a rectangle where we can enter information. So once again, the intersection of a column and a row is a cell. Now each one of these cells has a specific address or a name. For example, if I were to click at the intersection of column B and row 2, the name of that cell would be B2. There it is right there, B2. If I were to click here, that would be A2. We always say the column letter first, followed by the row number. So if I were to click over here, I've got column E, row 4, therefore the name of that cell is E4. So in the next video we'll go into a little bit more depth on what happens within these cells and types of information that we can enter within a cell. But to revisit what we have covered in this video, we opened up Excel to a blank worksheet, otherwise known as a spreadsheet. We have a main menu across the top here with these tabs: File, Home, Insert, Page Layout, Formulas, Data, Review, View. And then below that we have the ribbon, and within the ribbon we have groups of information such as font, alignment, and number. And then within these groups, we have these buttons that can launch additional applications or windows for performing other functions. And a spreadsheet is a series of columns and rows, and the intersection of columns and rows forms a cell, and each cell has a name, a unique name. Here I am in C4, which shows up here in the name box. There's our first video on getting to know Excel and how to use a worksheet.